we are back with another episode of the AI Playbook. I'm going to answer all your questions about business, AI, and anything AI related. If you have any questions at any time, you want to ask them to us, just comment on any of my videos. We're looking out for all your questions. We throw them in the show. We answer them here. So let's jump right into it. All right, first question. If someone doesn't have a technical background but is passionate about AI, how can they position themselves to work at an AI startup? What skills or roles should they focus on? This is a great question. Everybody wants to work in AI right now. A lot of people aren't technical, so they can't be an engineer. So what can you be? Well, one role in particular that I'm really excited about is the UX UI designer, basically the person who is responsible for building the user experience. What does the product actually look like? You have engineers building the product, but what does it look like? And I think this is one of the most underrated aspects of a company. If you look at ChatGPT, the big unlock that made ChatGPT blow up was the user experience. Large language models had been around prior to ChatGPT coming up, but the chat experiences was the big unlock that got everybody using the product. And so now every company is trying to build AI experiences. You have Spotify building an AI playlist, you have Snapchat building the AI friend. The key to adoption is going to come down to who can really build the best AI experience. And that's why I think UX UI designers are a really good role to break in. You don't need to be technical. You just need to know how to build products that people love. And I think that comes down to product sense rather than an inherent skill. So you don't need to be technical. All right, this is a great question. How do you handle privacy and data security concerns when bringing AI into your company? This is so common because every company out there is really nervous and hesitant about bringing AI into their business. And I think one of the best questions you can ask a company that you're thinking about bringing on their AI product is, do you train on my data? Right? I think this is one of the things that you have to get to the core at, is that earlier versions of ChatGPT, when you use the free version of ChatGPT, they can use that information that you put into ChatGPT to improve future models. That basically takes your data, makes the model better. And there is a low risk, but there's a risk of your data being kind of leaked out to another user because it's trained in the inherent model. However, this does not happen when you use a product that doesn't do model training. At that point, there's nothing really inherently risky compared to any other application that you use in your business. Obviously, there's the standard concerns there, but the big difference between AI products and the products that you've been used to using is model training. So ask that question. That's how you get to the core of what you really should be concerned about. That's inherently how to make sure your data always stays secure with an application. However, this is a simple one that comes up a lot. What do you think about putting an AI chatbot on our website to help our customers? This is a controversial take, but I think for 99% of businesses, don't do it. Here's why. I think there's a lot of risk right now where the models are still hallucinating. They're not perfect quite yet. And when you put an AI chatbot on your website, you're basically putting this non-deterministic AI model on your website that can basically say anything to your customers. It's really hard to control it at this point with 100% pure accuracy. Now, that being said, I still believe that businesses should focus on internal automations initially. Basically, how do you make your customer support reps move faster, but don't have that level of risk with a fully autonomous chatbot on your website? That's something we focus on specifically a lot at Cassidy. We urge our customers, don't put a chatbot on your website that can lie to your customers. Put an AI chatbot internally so your customer support reps move faster. They basically have that human in the loop to make sure that every answer is 100% accurate, and then they send that off to their customer. So I think at this point where the models are at today, I recommend focusing on the internal productivity gains, get the 80% of productivity gains without any risk versus trying to do 100% productivity gains, totally automate away the customer support reps role, but with a little bit of risk because the models aren't quite there yet. I think it's a matter of patience, but for this moment in particular, I say focus internally, focus less externally. All right, last question today I got from somebody asking, I have this great business idea, but I worry I don't have enough experience to make it work. How do I know if I'm ready to start a company? This is a great question. I think a lot of people have this when they're starting companies young, is kind of this imposter syndrome. You don't have all the experience in sales and engineering and marketing. Should you get more experience? Should you work somewhere else before starting a company? Or should you just go at it and start it? Well, I think my advice comes down to this. I think starting a company, there really is no way to get experience starting a company. The only way you could do it is just by starting a company. And so I don't really think you need to have deep experience in sales to do sales, deep experience in engineering to do engineering. Really starting a company, especially at the early days, is just about validating an initial idea. If you can get it from 0 to 1, you always have the ability to bring on talent, hire people who are better at you, who have more experience in all the different roles in order to make the business idea succeed. So as an entrepreneur, as someone creating a business, it is not your job to have all the experience in every different area to be able to adequately do it. Your job is to have the skills to take it from 0 to 1, and that is something that can't be learned unless you actually do it. So generally, my advice is you'll never really be ready to start a business from scratch. You have to sort of do it. So hopefully that motivates you. You got a great idea, just go for it. All right, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions you want me to answer, just throw it down on any of my socials, any video, anywhere online. I'll find it, pick it up. I'll answer the question here on this show. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.